This is probably one of the most overpowered glitches in Call of Duty history.
Oh my god.
So much so that you could get all of your new zombie camos and enjoy killing zombies and complete act missions with ease.
Damn!
Well, what is so insane that make me want to stop and watch? It's unlimited money, unlimited stash slots, and unlimited legendary or ultimate items. You don't even have to wait for that nasty 2 or 3 day cooldown timer either with the schematics. You can have these ridiculous items every single game for plenty to spare for friends that join. Stick to the end and I'll show you how to get over 200 items in your bag slots with ease. And it's super easy. Well, how do you do it? It'll start by gathering the specific items that you'll want an infinite amount of. If it's money, you can farm contracts. If you have a few schematic items you like to dupe, you can use these too. You can probably catch a few people in game also mentioning about these drops that they're having. I recommend that you set up your bag by grabbing at least a large backpack, which can be bought specifically in the tier 3 zone, or you can search buy stations in the tier 2 zone, so you can also get lucky and grab one to hold as well as to use as your slot in the current rucksack. The remaining slots should be used to at least have an ether crystal, gold plate, legendary ether tool, a ether blade, a dog bone for free revives, and a choice of your favorite wonder weapon. This will set you up for future games where you can automatically go into each game max gear. Once you have the items gathered in your rucksack that you'll want an infinite supply of, matchmake for a game and do one contract enough to purchase tombstone soda. This is where the glitch happens. If you are a player that isn't too comfortable in going into tier 2 zone, you will want to find the area on the edge of the map that's close to an exfil chopper. I recommend going to this one here as it's close to 2 in the area. If you are used to the tier 2 zones and feel a bit more comfortable, then you'll want to go near where you have a personal exfil chopper or portal. It's denoted on the map with a star next to it, and you are only able to unlock these whenever you complete the Act 1 and Act 4 missions. There are 2 major disclaimers to this. The first is that if you want to have your stash slots go past 100 bag items, the first harder requirement is that you have a personal exfil unlock. The second is that it could be possible to still do the duplication glitch and have over 100 stash items just by selecting the Act 4 mission as your active mission without completing it. And trust me, it's a bit tough for solo players, so I would need you guys in the comments to let me know if it works without completing it. Again, if you are uncomfortable to exfilling in tier 2, you could still overstash your bag to about 19 slots, and then all the items you exfil with will disappear once back in the lobby. So you'll have to use all the items you have or want within the game. Yet your tombstone will still be active in game for each duplication. So this will still be infinite for you. Once you get to the area you want to grab your items from and you have tombstone soda can active, if you've done Bad Signal, which is the tier 4 mission, I recommend you go to the top of this building as zombie spawns aren't as frequent and it's just quicker to duplicate and extract. You want to get down, and if you have a self revive, drop it before you get down, then bleed out. Once you bled out, leave the game. Make sure nobody revives you. After you leave, this is where the main portion of the glitch works, because the items that you were downed with are now saved as long as you do the glitch correctly. You want to sign back in the game, preferably solo, because you'll need to exfil boat to leave at the Bad Signal exfil station, so just having buddies that are on the same page for it to work or to give it to others will help. Go back to your tombstone that's on the map, and then you want to take every item out of it until it breaks. It must break, so if you don't have enough slots, this is where the large backpack inside the tombstone comes in handy. Or you'll just have to drop items until it can eventually break. After you gathered your items, go to the Bad Signal exfil or any other personal chopper. Yes, the original duplication glitch still works, so you could leave via normal means. Once you are in the chopper or at a portal, if you look at the top of your map, you'll see a countdown timer to leave. You'll want to go to a safe location. If you are using the bad signal exfil, you'll have to press the map button. On PlayStation, it's the touchpad, and vote to leave, which you'll have an additional 30 seconds prior to voting to leave to be in a safe area. Then if you are playing PlayStation after you have voted, prep the close the application process. Once the timer reaches 0, you have basically exfilled and you could close your application safely. There has been times that I do this and I'm down and it hit 1 second and it still works. Just make sure the application closes prior to you being launched in the next area if doing bad signal, and whenever you load back in the game, you will see that your items has successfully been extracted. You can then go back in the game and repeat the same process as many times as you want, as long as you always remember to close your application prior to going to the next area. So roughly where you see the purplish teleport appears when you're on the bad signal mission, or when you are at a normal exfil, right when the screen goes black and says successful exfil, that's when you'll want to close your application. Whenever you exfil, you can sometimes see items like a large backpack showing or the ray gun being in your contraband loadout slots, but it's just a visual bug and those items will disappear as soon as you load into another game, so you are warned. Now, to be able to get your stash to 200 banked items, as I said, the first hard requirement will be for you to have a personal exfil unlocked. The second hard requirement is for you to have a purchase tab in your stash acquisitions. To have this show up, you'll need to grab a bundle in the Call of Duty store that drops these items. Please be sure to check the comments to see if this still works, as it costs real money and this is for information only. Whenever you are over the 10 stash items, you will want to go into your rucksack to the items you want banked, press swap, then swap it for an item located in the purchase tab. After you swap this item, just go to the item that you just swapped in from your purchase tab and simply press unequip, and it will go back to its purchase tab, and you will then be one more slot over 10. The cap for me has been 227 items, and it's simply just not allowing me to swap items anymore. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like to help my channel grow. Also, if you're looking for the schematics, leave a comment so we can try and have others help and drop them. Let's designate this building right here as our main tombstone drop area to help others out. The last thing is that if you are still having issues going over about 40 stash slots without your items disappearing when you exfil, it's possibly because you have items in your stash that aren't duplicated from tombstone, meaning you might have a crafted item or a normal in-game item that you extracted normally and stash that is hindering the game to allow you to glitch. This means that you'll have to clear out your entire current stash, as there is no known way to currently know what is real and what's duplicated. Once you have as many items that you want, then simply enjoy the game. Thank you.